Hi, this is Evangelist Curtis Crowder with another practical knowledge. Some time ago, when I was young, I was very young, and I was absorbed into something that I was doing. I was caught up in whatever it was. I was a kid, so kids, we're very distracted, easily distracted by what we're doing. And so I was distracted by what I was doing, and my pop said to me, he was calling my name. He kept calling my name and calling my name, and I wasn't answering because I was caught up. I was absorbed and distracted in what I was doing. And he came over to me and stopped me and looked at me, and he said these words that stuck with me. He said, "Listen, you're going to have to figure out how to hear somebody when they're calling your name. Because if you can't listen for your own name," he said, "what will happen is somebody can be calling you to save your life. You may possibly be killed if you don't learn how to listen." And that scared me. I thought, it's just something simple like that. If I don't listen, something simple like that, I could die. Now, I said that to say this. Many years later, I was leaving work at lunchtime. Our lunches were 1 hour long, and so it was about a 20-minute drive to my house in traffic to get home for lunch and then come back. So I was in a rush. And there is a train track that crosses the freeway that I have to go through. And usually at lunchtime, for some reason, I don't know why, they always send trains coming through, and it's not just one train. Sometimes it's 2 trains or 3 trains, so the traffic gets backed up. And I was up close to the front, and I was stuck by the train. And during this time of day, people are very rude. People are trying to cut you off because they got things they want to do. They start speeding or slowing down and doing things, and it just gets very frustrating, and it can put you in a bad mood. I noticed the guy next to me at this time. I could tell he was trying to inch up to try to cut me off. And the train was just leaving, and I did not want to be cut off and end up being stuck in another train. So I start to speed up. As this guy was trying to speed up, to get in front of me, I sped up. And immediately, I heard down in my spirit, and it welled up into my mind as if it was a thought, but it wasn't my thought. It was as if it was something being spoken to me, but it wasn't something that I was thinking, because I was distracted by not getting beat by this guy, and I need to get across this track so I could do what I need to do so I wouldn't be late. And I felt it well up in me, and this voice said to me, it said, "Slow down and just let him go." And I immediately, it was so powerful. I immediately put my foot on the brake and slowed down. Just as I did that, about 3 feet in front of me, a car ran the light on the left side of me coming through the intersection. He came about 3 feet in front of me. If I had been speeding, he would have got me. It was like a second. He would have hit me in the side and killed me. But what happened is, he zoomed past the front of my car and hit the car that was trying to speed to pass me. He hit that car, and not only did he hit it, but his car went up in the air. The car that hit the one that was beside me, car went up in the air and flipped. As it went up in the air, I was still moving and passed under the car as it was going up in the air. It spun, hit the ground, flipped over and slid. This guy car spun around and went that way, and I was able to go all the way clear of any danger. And it made me realize it was a horrible situation, but later it made me realize about listening, because we have to learn how to hear the voice of God. If I did not hear the voice of God that day, speaking into my spirit and allowing it to well up into my mind so that it appeared as a thought, I would have been in the cemetery, because they were flying, and they would have hit me right in the driver's side, and I would have been the one really getting all the damage, and I would have been the one that would have probably died. The Bible says that Jesus said, "My sheep know my voice. They hear me, and another one they will not follow." Sometimes in life we become so absorbed with what we're doing that we cannot hear the voice of God. Sometimes in life we become so distracted by the things of this world, by getting this and getting that and working and trying to do this and trying to do that, that when God is speaking and trying to get our attention, we don't hear Him. He's telling us to do things, but we're so focused on us, me, myself, and I, or like my sister would say, me, my four, and no more. We're so caught up, so distracted, so absorbed into things that we cannot clearly hear Him. And it's not that He's not speaking. It's not that He's not giving you direction. It's not that He's not trying to lead you and guide you into all truth. The Bible says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for Thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest to take before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointest my head with oil. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." God is trying to speak to you. He's trying to speak to you. You need to slow down and listen. Allow Him to lead you and guide you into all truth. Practical knowledge. Have a blessed day.